revealed. This is why Jungkook keeps his distance from Jimin and BTS members. The shocking news came from the world of K-pop, especially ARMY, who always follows every detail of the lives of BTS members. This time, the spotlight is on Jungkook, who has recently been seen keeping his distance, not only from Jimin, but also from other BTS members. This attitude certainly makes many fans wonder what really happened behind the scenes. Some moments began to be the subject of speculation when fans found that Jungkook seemed to be more often alone. During a concert, when Jimin and the other members laughed together backstage, the camera captured Jungkook sitting in a corner, staring at his phone screen. Little things like this alone are enough to trigger a stir among the ARMY. However, it turns out that there are deeper reasons. According to a close source, Jungkook is currently in an introspective phase where he wants to balance private life with the incessant public spotlight. The pressure of being a global idol often made her feel overwhelmed. Keeping your distance from the members, including Jimin, does not mean that there is a conflict, but rather a way to reset yourself. One of HYB's staffers even leaked. Jungkook is not being distant. He's just trying to protect his emotions. He is very close to Jimin and other members, but there are times when he needs his own space to be stronger. Interestingly, Jungkook and Jimin's relationship, which has always looked sweet, is also a concern. Fans who are used to seeing their closeness had time to worry. However, an insider said that precisely by keeping his distance for a moment, Jungkook wanted to avoid public misunderstanding. He knew that his interactions with Jimin were always the subject of great speculation. By being more cool in public, he was actually trying to protect Jimin from unnecessary rumors. Meanwhile, the ARMY actually considered Jungkook's attitude very mature. On social media, many wrote, "She's not staying away, she's just learning to respect herself." Some have commented, if Jungkook keeps his distance for the good of Jimin and the other members, it's proof of his love for them. Surprisingly, Jimin himself had time to signal about this. In one interview, when asked about his relationship with the members, Jimin said, "Sometimes we all need space for ourselves. But most importantly, we know that when we get back together, we remain one family." It was a subtle confirmation that he understood what Jungkook was doing. Now, the mystery of Jungkook's distance is slowly being solved. Not a conflict nor a quarrel, but a process of maturity. Jungkook is just learning to manage his emotions and keep his balance in the middle of a sea of world spotlight. And for ARMY, one thing is certain: no matter how far Jungkook takes the distance, the bond between him, Jimin, a BTS member, and the rest of the fans will still never be able to decide. After this news spread widely, social media was immediately filled with thousands of tweets, posts, and discussions from the ARMY around the world. Many who were initially worried are now relieved to know that the reason Jungkook keeps his distance is not a conflict. Rather, it is a form of maturity and self-protection. Hashtags like #WeLoveYouJungkook, #AlwaysWithJungkook, and #ThankYouJimin were trending on Twitter/X within hours. Fans cheered each other on, sharing snippets of Jimin's interview that seemed to support Jungkook's stance, as well as uploading old videos showing how close their relationship has been over the years. One fan wrote, "I'm proud of Jungkook. He showed that even in the midst of popularity, he remains an ordinary human being who needs space. It's not weakness, it's strength." Another fan added, "Jungkook keeping his distance doesn't mean he stays away. He protects Jimin and the other members from rumors that could hurt them." That's real love. Not a few ARMY were touched because they realized that Jungkook and Jimin's closeness did not always need to be shown in front of the camera. Precisely, when they give each other space, it proves maturity and mutual trust. On Weverse, some fans left emotional messages. One of them wrote, "Appa, don't feel guilty for keeping your distance. We will always wait here. Most importantly, you're happy." Jungkook himself, although he did not directly respond to the rumors, had given a short message on the platform, "Thank you for believing in me." That brief message alone was enough to make the ARMY flood with tears. Interestingly, the ARMY also began to theorize that this period of distance might end in something big. Some suspect Jungkook is preparing a special project with Jimin or even all BTS members. Some have suggested that this is a transitional period before BTS's return as a full-fledged group after all have completed military service. Whatever the speculation, one thing is clear: the ARMY now has more respect for Jungkook's decision. They see that distancing is not a sign of a broken relationship, but rather a way to strengthen the foundation before going further. On the other hand, Jungkook and Jimin's relationship remains the center of attention. Many wrote, if Jimin understands and supports Jungkook, it means everything is fine. We as fans must also learn to support, not demand. This emotional reaction is a clear proof of how much ARMY loves his idol. They not only support when the stage is full of light, but also when the members need space in the dark. And this is what makes BTS and ARMY remain a unique phenomenon, a relationship that protects each other, even in silence. When a relationship is tested by distance, there are usually two possibilities. The relationship is tenuous or it is getting closer. In the case of Jungkook and Jimin, many believe that this phase of distance will actually strengthen their closeness in the future. Jimin himself is known as a figure who is always full of understanding towards Jungkook. On various occasions, he has often asserted that he understands Jungkook's need to find his own space. He once said in an interview, "I always wanted Jungkook to feel free to be himself. If he needs time, I'll wait for him." These words seem to confirm that Jimin's support never faded. Even when the distance was clearly visible in front of the fans, many believed that once this phase of distancing ended, Jimin and Jungkook would return to show warmer and more honest moments of togetherness. The feeling of relief at having made it through a period full of speculation will make their interaction seem more sincere. As if they wanted to prove that true closeness cannot be erased only because of rumors or public pressure. Observers also predict their interactions after this will be more careful but full of meaning. If previously Jungkook and Jimin were known to spontaneously show closeness in front of the camera, this time they will probably choose a more intimate moment, full of symbols, but still able to be felt by the ARMY. For example, a meaningful look while on stage, or just a small gesture like a smile and a pat on the shoulder that feels so warm. It is not impossible. This phase will be an important turning point for both. There is a good chance that Jungkook and Jimin will channel the story into BTS's future musical works. BTS is known to often pour their personal experiences into lyrics and stories about distance, misunderstanding, until the power of friendship can become a big theme in their next song. On the other hand, Jimin will probably remain a bridge for Jungkook and the other members. As ARMY knows, Jimin is often a figure who maintains harmony within the group. With his gentle and caring attitude, he can help Jungkook get through this transition without having to feel alone. Jungkook himself, after getting the space he needed, is believed to return with greater energy. For many fans, Jungkook's comeback moment of more intense interaction with Jimin will be one of the most emotional moments awaited. They believe, behind all this, Jungkook is just trying to protect what he loves: Jimin, BTS, and ARMY. Interestingly, there is a lot of speculation that BTS's full comeback after all the members have completed their military service will be a big event where Jimin and Jungkook's relationship shines again. Not only as group mates, but also as brothers who have gone through a storm of rumors together. ARMY imagined how excited the world would be if Jimin and Jungkook's comeback featured a sweet interaction that had been missed. Ultimately, the future of Jimin and Jungkook's interactions isn't about how often they're seen together on camera, but about how deeply they understand each other behind the scenes. And that, for ARMY, is the essence of the two's relationship that cannot be broken by distance or any rumors.